I've got no problem Spurs celebrating not going down.
Yeah, but I thought it was a little bit...
If you were married to a really beautiful woman that you're in love with, and when she was getting a divorce, she was going to take half your money, and you had a great lawyer, and in the end she took no money, you'd celebrate the divorce, right? You're not happy, you're single.
Yeah.
It's still a victory, even though you're single and she's left and you love her.
That would be a victory, I suppose.
Yeah. Why was Rory celebrating? His wife's left him.
She didn't take the house.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So happy days, right? Hello and welcome to another podcast of Who You Got, powered by Betway with me, Andy Goldstein. I'm back. Sorry about last week, but I was just busy playing football and golf and pool. And Rory Jennings is alongside me, the legend that is Rory Jennings. Hello, Rory Jennings.
How are you?
Good. We've got a very, very exciting podcast coming up today because not only are we looking back at the whole Premier League season, we'll look back at the Champions League. Oh, penalty missed by Arsenal. I'm not laughing. One of the questions we'll be asking, can you really consider Arsenal's season a success if you lose the Champions League on a penalty kick? I mean, you can, but we'll be talking about that.
Yeah, no, it will be interesting. Now, before we get into it, would you do us a favour? Would you please click subscribe? We're going to be coming with a new episode every single week. So make sure that you subscribe so that you do not miss an episode.
Yes, good advice. Subscribe and do everything he said. Anyway, on with the very exciting podcast, and it is very exciting. Let's start off by talking about... Sorry, that's so unprofessional. I'm laughing. Hold on, I've got to keep a straight face because I want to talk about the Champions League final in which PSG beat Arsenal, but I keep finding it. I'm going to laugh.
It's amazing.
It's so unprofessional of me. Hold on. Come on, Goldstein, be a pro. I can't stop.
No, it's amazing.
Let's look back at that final, shall we?
Yeah.
Did the right team win, Rory?
Yeah, I think so. I think Arsenal can count themselves unlucky because on some level, Mikel Arteta's game plan worked, but it was quite an unambitious game plan. There was only really one team that was trying to play football, one team that was trying to win the cup, the other team was trying to not lose the cup. So yeah, the right team won, and thank God they did. Thank God.
Thank the Lord they did.
Thank the Lord, genuinely. But because, do you know what? I've managed to rationalise this, but Arsenal winning the league, on the grand scheme of things, doesn't really change that much.
You know what? I sort of feel that got buried a bit, right? Because you had Arsenal obviously winning the league, right?
Yeah.
Fine. That was sort of happening around the time that we all knew that Pep was leaving. It sort of happened around the sort of time that Spygate was happening. Yeah. So it was like back page Spygate, and I was like, oh. And then you go, Pep's like, oh, okay. And you go, oh yeah, was that so that? Oh yeah, Arsenal won.
And also they didn't play to win it. It happened. They ended up winning it because Manchester City didn't win a game of football, which is also quite an underwhelming way to win a league.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know what you mean. But had they won that Champions League, I mean, the world would be different now. That's the ramifications of them winning that cup. Everything's different. You're not giggling. I'm fundamentally unhappy.
You're always fundamentally unhappy, though, aren't you?
If they had won that European Cup, effectively, the only thing that we have, right, at Chelsea, the only thing that we have over Arsenal, the reason why it matters so much is that we have a glittering European record and they have a fairly insignificant one.
Yeah, of course, because you're the only London team to win.
Yeah, it's Chelsea 2, Arsenal 0. I mean, it's Chelsea 2, London 0. So with that in mind...
That would hurt you.
Well, yeah, because look, they've won the league and they've won the league many times. They already had 13 league titles. They've added one to it. Excellent, but it
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So no, I was happy with the way the final went.
Let me ask you about the final, right? Because I hear this phrase quite often. I don't know if it's true or not. Did they score too early in the game?
No, I thought it was. I had a terrible feeling it was perfect. Didn't you? From Arteta's perspective, that's just go 1-0 up early.
You can sit on it. Yeah, but my mind instantly, when you talk about did they score too early, my mind goes back to when Luke Shaw scored.
For England,
in the Euros, and I'm like, I don't really understand that phrase, because if you score after 2 minutes, effectively you're having a 90-minute game and you're given a 1-0 lead.
Yeah,
but it does change your perspective, right?
Yeah, I think what happened for Arsenal is say they had scored on 75. They're a team that would be capable of holding on for 15 minutes, even against the might of Paris Saint-Germain. The problem is when Paris Saint-Germain have effectively the full game to draw you one way, to draw you the other way, a mistake will come, and that's what happened. When you have players with the quality of Doué and Barcola coming on and Kvaratskhelia, it is basically impossible to not make a mistake. They will commit you because it's exhausting.
Yeah.
So by that logic, I guess it was too early. But when they went 1-0 up like that, I had a terrible feeling.
You mentioned some great PSG players, right? When you look at Arsenal's team, there were some players I think had to step up for such a big game. What do you make of Bukayo Saka in that game?
Yeah, you're right to bring him up. It wasn't good enough.
No.
It wasn't good enough for a player of his quality. Like, you got to think, if you cast your mind back 18 months, do you remember when they played Real Madrid? They ended up beating Real Madrid home and away.
Yeah.
But if you think of the narrative going into that tie, the whole world was saying, basically, Arsenal can't win this game. The only way they have a chance is if Saka is fit. Fit or not, Saka had to play for Arsenal to consider themselves in with a chance. He was their biggest player. He was their most important player. He was their best player. And players like that need to really step up on a Champions League final. But we're right to focus on him because he's a very good player and he didn't play well.
No.
But what about Gyökeres when he came on? Gyökeres
was
supposed to be
off him, right?
He's supposed to be the difference maker. He's supposed to be, the most prolific goal scorer in Europe when they signed him. All that 93 goals in 91 games or whatever it was.
Yeah, but I think he from speaking to Arsenal fans, he wasn't. This is nuts to say this because they've spent so much money on him. He wasn't brought in for those games. He was brought in for Burnley away.
Yeah, he's brought in to be a battering ram rather than
yeah.
And I think there's probably a truth in that. But yeah, the big players didn't step up.
Yeah.
The big players didn't step up, and that's where you make your name as a big player, isn't it?
Talking of big players not stepping up, Madueke's sitting there and Gabriel's taking a penalty. What's your view on that? Now, everyone says to me, "You got to ask the players, do you want to take it?" And if they don't step up, it's like, well, I shouldn't put pressure on you. But surely, as a professional footballer, that's part of the game.
Mate, where do you sit on this? I can't help this. I'm kind of conditioned. I've got this mad prejudice against defenders taking penalties. Like, I can't even when you could now go to me, but Rory, what about David Luiz's penalty in Munich or Harry Maguire's penalty? I know there are
Jordan Pickford.
I know there are examples, but I can't help it. When there is the precisionist on the pitch, like an attacker, somebody who can put the ball on a sixpence, or a centre half, I just can't help it. I always want to go with the more attacking player.
So if you swap it round, and saying this now, I've not heard anyone say this before, if you swapped it around and got rid of penalties, and instead to find a winner, you had some kind of defensive drill. And
you wouldn't let Madueke do it, would you?
To a defender and he went, I'm not feeding it. Can you ask Saka? You'd be like, that's what you paid for.
It's a very good point. It is. If you had a defensive drill, like a one-on-one, and your defender didn't fancy it.
And Gabriel's like, I'll sit this one out.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. But you see, the thing is, and look, you're in a position to do this far more likely than I am. But at some point, over the next 18 months, you will speak to Noni Madueke. Whether that's at Soccer Aid, whether that's on TalkSport. No, you
prediction that, isn't it?
I think I will speak to I reckon that's the least controversial thing ever said.
No, I think that's the most controversial.
No, you will.
I will not speak to Noni Madueke in 18 months.
Bet you do.
Well, I've not spoke to him ever in however many years I am old.
So it's due.
No,
once a week on Drive.
You've not spoken to Donald Trump, have you?
I don't
in the
host.
next 18 months, you're not going to speak.
I don't host Drive, and I don't go to Soccer Aid.
Very rarely do we get sort of big name players in the middle of a season, right? Clubs just don't let that happen.
If your paths cross, okay, maybe not you. Via Darren Bed, somehow, your path.
I don't think I'm
merges with the path of Noni Madueke.
Andy, this is Noni, and I go, God, hello, Noni.
You move in serious circles, Goldstein. You can't. This isn't a wild statement.
No,
you
it
end
is
up
a wild statement.
You reckon?
Yeah. If you said you're going to bump into Brad Pitt, I'd go, yeah, that's probably going to happen. I'm not going to any party where someone goes, Noni meet Andy, Andy meet Noni.
Okay. By a +1 then, by extension on one. Someone you are very good friends with will talk to Noni Madueke. When that situation, when that happens, somebody needs to just ask the question because
not me.
It's out of order if Madueke said, I don't want it. But what we don't know is, Madueke might have said to Arteta, Gaffer, I'm so primed, I'm like a coiled spring, ready for this penalty.
What spring?
Coiled.
I thought you said that, yeah.
Right? He might have fancied it. Well, we don't know the conversation on the pitch.
No, we don't know that.
And if he's on the pitch saying, Gaffer, I'm ready, and the Gaffer's gone, no.
Yeah, I can't see that happening, though.
I can't either.
I never understand when you get to a penalty shootout and you've trained months and months. I just can't understand that it comes down to that moment and the question is, who's up for it? Who's up for it?
Yeah, I think
that's insane.
The problem is, it's such a difficult, because 80% of it should be decided beforehand, right? 80% of it, if England end up in a penalty shootout, we're playing Brazil in Miami, and it goes to penalties, which I'll take, Off the top of your head now, you go, okay, Harry Kane, yes. Declan Rice, yes.
Bellingham,
yes. Okay, so you know already. Yeah. It's the grey area at the end of that, isn't it? There are three that you know the personality and you know the skill of the player. They're going to take them. But then it becomes a little bit more of an equation between the skill of the player and have you got cramp? Are you overawed at the occasion? Can you beat that keeper, or has he got in your head? Like, you have to have that kind of conversation, because we've seen amazing, like when Chelsea won a European Cup first time in Munich, Juan Mata, one of my favourite players ever at Chelsea, he was player of the season that year.
Yeah.
He fucking missed. It, like, you know, of all the players that should
swear there.
Perhaps accidentally, they'll either have to beat that, or I'll say it again now so they can choose.
No, leave it in, but bleep it, just so you know what a potty mouth he's got. That's
accidental. I didn't know it
Rory
happened.
Jennings, everyone.
It just seeps out. One matter of all people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so David Luiz took one. You're like, okay, who's going to miss out of Luiz and Mata? Obviously Luiz.
Yeah.
Luiz rifles it in. So it does funny things to people. Cristiano Ronaldo missed in the Champions League final in Moscow.
Yeah. Well, look at Roberto Baggio, World Cup final.
The best player, yeah.
But at least he stepped up.
He did. But equally, I don't know. If Madueke swerved it, he'd coward.
Right.
If he didn't
If I bump into him in the next 18 months...
Don't tell him I said that.
I'm going to say, hi, Nonny. I didn't think I'd meet you today.
I've got
Do you
a
know
friend.
Rory Jennings? I'm going to say that.
He called you a coward. Yeah. I think, though, that if he swerved it, it's out of order. But if he didn't, we're kind of slandering him. We're besmirching his good name.
Smirching? He comes up with all these words. What's smirching mean?
Besmirching? We're besmirching Nonny Madueke's good name.
How are you spelling smirching?
Besmirch.
S-M?
Besmirched. Besmirched. We
That's
besmirched.
not a word.
Pretty
Can
sure
you
it's
put
a word.
graphics on the screen? Spell it out.
Besmirch. We are besmirching poor Nonny.
all-
Potentially. Or we're being completely accurate and he swerved it and he's a coward.
We've all learnt a word today. Use it in the pub. Besmirching.
He's on drive.
I use
Say
it.
it to Darren Benton now. I'll be
do that.
listening.
Time now for some transfer gossip, or as I like to call it, movers and shakers. Just sounds a bit funky.
Like it.
Firstly, before we talk about movers and shakers, I just want to put a shout out to Anthony Gordon's agent, if he's watching. I do have an agent, but judging by what you've done over the last couple, I'm happy to leave my agent and come work for you.
Yeah.
Anthony Gordon must have the greatest agent.
Yeah. This is when agents really set themselves apart, isn't it?
Oh my!
It's like you know when Thierry Henry went to Barcelona from Arsenal. He was brilliant at Arsenal, went unbeaten, was the jewel in the crown of the Premier League, and goes to Barcelona. That isn't being a good agent. That's just easy.
That's picking up the phone.
That's just existing.
If you want him, I'll sort that out for you.
But I'll tell you what a good agent does. A good agent gets Alex Song from Arsenal to Barcelona.
Yes.
That's an agent.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Petit gets the move.
Anthony's agent. You can have him, but my goodness, it's going to cost you more than the 70 you're offering.
Yeah. And Anthony
That's
Gordon.
unbelievable agent.
Yeah, and you are right. Anthony Gordon getting a move to Barcelona. Like, this is going to sound... I honestly don't think I've ever seen him have a good game.
Oh, that is hard.
I haven't.
Champions League he scores.
It's a myth. Four of them. So
I know came in one game.
Karabag. And he nicked a penalty off Volta.
I know, but that's probably what Barcelona, they've looked at the
Stat padded it up.
Oh, goodness, in Champions League, he's a different class.
I don't think he had a
that's
good game for
harsh.
18 months.
I think that's harsh. You have seen him have. He's a good player.
He's a decent Premier League footballer, like a standard, in the way that Dan Burn is like an all right Premier League footballer, but shouldn't be moving to Barcelona or playing international football.
Have you heard Dan Burn's going to Barcelona? Is that breaking news? Have you heard that?
No. Well,
right.
maybe.
Imagine that. Imagine Dan Burn's agent's going like, hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a wind up, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think it's as bad as you say, but no disrespect, right? Because it's not his fault if a club like Barcelona come in and want his signature. But yeah.
What does it say about Marcus Rashford?
Well, what stuns me about Marcus, I'm glad you mentioned him because I forgot about that. What stuns me is they have the option to buy Marcus Rashford, Barcelona, for £26 million. And they've decided not to take that up and instead spend 70 on Gordon.
It's crazy.
Rashford won't go back to Man United. I don't know what the reason is, but sadly, I'm a big Rashford fan, but he won't go. Who's not buying Rashford for 26 million?
Especially when you're going to spend whatever his wages will be. You're going to spend that on Gordon anyway.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
I'll say Rashford gets into every Premier League side apart from City because they've got Doku and they've got Semenyo.
Yeah. Also, Rashford, if you just remove any kind of bias, just fact, Rashford is a better player than Gordon.
Yes.
Like that is just not really up for debate. Whatever level you think Gordon's at,
I agree with you.
Both on their best day,
Yeah.
Marcus Rashford starts for England over Anthony.
Yeah.
That's a guarantee. So I just can't work it out.
He'll have a great World Cup, Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, he could quite easily end up England's top goal scorer. Because when he could, because
Rory Jennings, he's throwing bombs out there. Today.
I think.
Just say that again down number 4.
I don't think. Here's my tip for England's top goal scorer and potentially the Golden Boot winner of the World Cup.
It's getting bigger.
Well, do you know if you're England's top goal
and the
scorer,
Nobel Peace Prize as well? Just throw it all in.
When we play Panama, he will be so greedy for goals.
He's playing out wide. Harry Kane will be as greedy, right?
Harry Kane is less greedy. He drops deep and stuff. I feel like Rashford, out of the 3 attackers, is the most likely to score. And I think when we play teams that we can beat, and if it's going our way, Rashford will be greedy for
Just tell him your quote.
Marcus Rashford, England's top goal scorer. And if you want an outside shout, Marcus Rashford, Golden Boot winner.
How many goals will he get in the World Cup?
You'll need a few more now. Remember when we were young, it was like 5, 6.
5, 6, yeah,
won't be that anymore. You'll need more. Teams are worse. You play more games.
Name a number.
Do you think it could be 10?
What? What's in your tea? Show me your tea.
Andy, I'll tell you for why.
Because you've drunk alcohol this morning.
Let me tell you why. I'll give you my rationale. You tell me if you agree or not. Firstly, you've got more games, so that's something to consider.
Okay.
Secondly, there are some very bad teams. This is a 48-team World Cup.
Yes.
Jordan have never played in a World Cup before. So there are going to be opportunities for players of the quality of Rashford to fill their boots against Panama, against Jordan, against Curacao, against Congo.
But if let's just say for argument's sake, we lose against Brazil in the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
That's only, 5 games?
Yeah, but it's 5 games. But if he scored, say he scored a hat-trick against Panama.
Oh, where's this coming from?
Well, if we... In recent World Cups, we scored 6 against Iran. We scored 6 in Russia, didn't we? Who did we beat? We battered someone in Russia.
We battered Panama before.
We battered Panama. Right. There we go. Right. All it would take is a little bit of that.
World Cup hat tricks are very rare.
Yeah, but not with
Poland.
But not with these new rubbish teams in it.
Okay.
Remember, it's been expanded to such a level.
I know
that basically there are teams there that wouldn't have got out qualifying previously.
No, I agree with that. Rashford, 10 Golden Boot.
I think
that's the copy and paste
Rashford
bit.
10. Do you think 10's too heavy?
No, it's fine.
Who You Got is powered by our friends at Betway, your home for weekly free bets, free spins, and so much more. Don't miss out. Head to Betway today.
Let's talk about some other movers and shakers. Senesi and Robertson to Spurs. Let's talk about Andy Robertson first. Are you surprised he's left Liverpool?
Especially now. Now Slot's gone.
Yeah, me too.
I just don't think that you can ever overstate the importance of the Andy Robertson character in any dressing room.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Things go wrong when you don't have John Terry in the Chelsea dressing room, Andy Robertson in the Liverpool dressing room. You need that.
And look how important he is to Scotland, right?
He's also really... I like Kirkes. I think he's actually one of the successful signings. I think he's all right, I do. I think he's a good...
Do you?
Yeah.
He hasn't had a great season.
No, but I'd rate him... of all of those signings that came in last year, apart from Ekatike, I feel like he was the one that worked. Like better than Frimpong, certainly better than Wirtz.
Yeah.
Isaac, we can understand why, the injury and whatever, ridiculous challenge from Van Ven. But equally, I feel like Kirk is a good signing. But having Andy Robertson there for another year, partly for his stature in the dressing room, but also partly because of what he can do on the pitch.
Yeah.
I think it's exactly what Liverpool should have done, and I think it's a great signing for Tottenham.
I was going to say, do you think Spurs fans would be happy? Because what happens with Tottenham fans and most football fans is a player comes in a little bit past his sell by date, and as a football fan, you're saying, "Why aren't we spending 90 million on?"
If they're realistic, though, if they're realistic about who they are, like they just avoided relegation, and then you think about that back line. Think about the state of that back line last year. State of it.
It's a great description.
It was all like, it was though, wasn't it? Romero was out flirting with anyone that was signing him. Yeah. Van de Ven, we suddenly realised was, average. And then anybody else that was filling in was all over the place.
Yeah, goalkeeping scenario still not sorted out.
Yeah, he's a joker. Like having somebody like Robertson to just
calm it down. That's a good call.
And I think if you're a Tottenham fan, any news, any transfers, if you're listening to shows like this and you can hear transfer gossip, you want it defenders.
Yeah.
Like you want to be...
Well, defences win leagues, right?
Yeah, especially and also their defence. They just need to make sure that their defence doesn't take them down.
Yeah.
So elevating.
I'm not suggesting that Spurs are going to win the league, by the way, when I said that.
No, but they need to be focused on that.
Yeah.
I think we agree.
Yeah. Let's talk about a player that's been in the news very recently in the last 24 hours. Haaland, Man City's Haaland.
Yeah.
Real Madrid have come out and said he's coming. And then Man City have fought back and said there's nothing in his contract that suggests he would even be allowed to leave. He's going nowhere. We're going to sue you. What do you make of that?
I don't know. I hope that Real Madrid wouldn't make this noise without some sort of an indication that this could happen. I hope that there's some truth in it.
Yeah.
Because I like the idea of Manchester City. I like the idea of the party being over at the Etihad. I really like the idea of that.
Yeah.
And Guardiola is the first and most significant, obviously, cog in stopping that party.
Yeah.
So he leaves. I've seen nothing in Enzo Maresca to suggest that he's capable of following in the footsteps of a man like Guardiola. If you lose Bernardo Silva, John Stones, Guardiola and Haaland, I mean,
massive.
It's irreparable. Like,
yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's just whatever happens, you're not winning the league. Like whatever happens, you can't replace.
You are so right.
Yeah, you can't replace all those players.
No.
I mean, they're talking about Rodri as well potentially leaving.
Yeah, well, his best days are behind him, right?
Seems to be.
A Ballon d'Or winner. We still know he's a genius, but
no, it's and I know this is just like my tribal bias, but I just really like the idea of City's party being.
I know you do.
You know, like it'd be great, wouldn't it? You know, if the last orders bell is rung on that,
yeah,
it would be so good. Wouldn't
I think it's very rare. A great manager leaves and success continues. No. Right now, Liverpool fans might go, well, Klopp left and Arne Slot, but one season and then he's out, right? Yeah. Right. I mean, Arsenal when George Graham left, you had that little.
Yeah, Bruce Rioch went in, didn't he?
Yeah, but then after
and then
that,
it got all right,
so that worked.
Yeah,
but I can't think of too many clubs where you had like Fergie 25 years and then new manager and then it continued.
Yeah, well, when Wenger left, it's taken him 22 years to win a title. Yeah. So no, you're
apart from Chelsea, actually, your club.
Yeah, we were slightly different because what we never did. Almost, it's a shame because we had the opportunity to do it with Mourinho first time, but we never really, because of the dominance of Abramovich, we never really let a manager build a club in his image. We were built in the Abramovich image.
You're so right.
Rather than the Mourinho image, which is a shame. Because if we had, I think we would have had an era of dominance.
Yeah. But you don't have that anymore, do you? You don't have managers. I mean, Arteta's...
the longest serving in the country.
Yeah, it's nuts. And the only manager in the Prem that's won the Prem.
It's ridiculous.
It is nuts.
Yeah, it is. It really is. But look, if it all starts heating up with City, you know, we get some news on the 115 charges, Guardiola's gone, Haaland. City coming out really defensively and saying that they're going to sue doesn't mean that there isn't some truth to it.
No. Are there any transfer rumours you've heard of? Or ones you'd like? You know, I'd love to see Man United. It's not happening.
Go on.
I'd love to see Elliot Anderson there.
Oh, he's such a good player.
Yeah, Man City have put in a bid, I think, below the £107 million asking price. And then they've effectively said, come back with more money. I think he's an unbelievable player. I don't know if he's worth 107. I mean, Declan Rice was 100, so it's like, maybe he is. Because he's a young kid as well. I think he's brilliant.
He's also exactly what you need. Like, Manchester United are so in need of that. You look at the midfield, I know Casemiro was great, but you just need him.
Well, we've just supposedly bought Edison, right?
Yeah.
I don't know too much about him. In fact, on the way here, I watched all his best bits on YouTube. I mean, I look good on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? He might be a good player, but I do think there's something in buying a player that's established in the Premier League.
Yeah, there's also something quite big. You know, if you were to go out and do it, all the noise is that Elliot Anderson's going to City, and that's where he's almost definitely going to end up. But it's a real statement of who you are and what you want to be if you go out and nick him. In the way that Tottenham were gazumped by Arsenal for Eze.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
So you make that noise. You're like, Liverpool did it with Ekitike. Ekitike was on his way to Newcastle. Liverpool like, no, come to the champions.
You did it with Willian, didn't you?
We did it with Willian. We did it with
Spurs.
We did it with Willian. He was. I think Tottenham paid for his flights.
Yeah.
And while he was in London, he just met Abramovich, and that was that.
Paid for his duty free. Did everything.
Paid for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I agree with you. I think Elliot Anderson. Do you know what I think is a good player? Alex Scott, Bournemouth.
Excellent player.
Good player.
Excellent player.
And
underrated, I think.
I think he's a class act.
Yeah.
Big future as well.
What do you make of Harry Wilson?
Good player. Yeah, I like him.
He'll be moving on.
Yeah, he'll be moving. Interesting Fulham. Yeah, I'll take. For who we are at the moment, like Harry Wilson slightly less, but Alex Scott I would, especially as I feel like it conforms to the model of the club.
Yeah. You got a model, have you?
I don't like them, and I'm hoping that Xabi Alonso is going to change the model, and we'll buy some experienced player. You know, before when we were talking about Bernardo Silva leaving, and obviously we know where he's going, but say John Stones. If a medical team at Chelsea,
I totally agree with you.
If a medical team at Chelsea could look at him and go, look, he can play, he will be fit for 30 games across all competitions, 30 games a season. I think it's a no-brainer for Chelsea.
Yeah, you need experience in your back line, without a doubt.
So imagine a player that Levi Colwill is in 2 years if he's played with John Stones for the next 2 years.
Well, look at when Terry was coming through, we had Desai alongside.
Exactly.
What a difference it makes.
Exactly. And do you know where else I really saw that? You're like Desai passing the baton on to Terry. But the player that Gary Cahill was with and without Terry, when Gary Cahill played alongside Terry, he was like flawless centre half.
Yeah.
As soon as you take Terry out and Cahill becomes the main man.
You know what that is? A lot of people saying it's like you when you're alongside me. When I wasn't here last week, I watched the podcast. It was all right.
You can only get through 10 minutes.
Yeah. Already this week's is better. No disrespect, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to say I'm the Desai to your John Terry.
Yeah. No, I take that. You're the Desai. Yeah,
You'll take the John Terry part of that, wouldn't you?
I mean, glittering career.
Yeah, I meant career only. Yeah. Quickly move on. Time now for a lovely little trip down memory lane. I don't really know what that means, but we are going to look back and talk about our clubs and the seasons that we've both had.
Yeah.
Well, let's not talk about your season.
Yeah, yours a lot better. You've got some optimism, right?
It's bizarre. A lot of people said you had a good season, and I'm like, did we have a good season? I mean, we finished third from where we could have finished when Ruben Amorim was there. When you look, if I said to you, if you had no idea about the season, and I showed you the final league table and I went Man United third, would you go, that's a good season?
I suppose only in context.
That's what I'm saying.
Only in context, considering that the previous season was possibly a new low for Man United.
Yeah.
Losing to Tottenham, Postecoglou's Tottenham, in a European final and finishing 15th.
Why have you brought that up? I forgot that.
Yeah, I think that's why the third spot, particularly the feeling around the club since Carrick came in, I think it's probably seen as an uplift. But look, Manchester United should never, as an institution, be happy with third.
No.
Only context makes it all right.
Yeah. Where'd you finish? 10th?
10th. Worst season ever. Yeah, there is no...
10th?
There is only one loser in any conversation, and however many fans around this table, maybe Tottenham fans had it slightly worse than us, but at least they had the euphoria of survival. Like, Tottenham fans, they were kind of...
Their manager actually said that feeling is better than winning the trophy.
Yeah, which is he's the perfect manager for Tottenham if that's his mentality.
That's a terrible thing to say, isn't it?
But they were all like that.
They were
all like that. Very good friends of mine, Tottenham fans. They were all like celebrating. They're like,
they were celebrating.
You're not going to congratulate us.
Right? That's fine.
No, but they were kind of springing a step.
Yeah, but you would have as well. If you beat the drop, you would. I've got no problem Spurs celebrating not going down.
Yeah, but I thought it was a little bit. Look, maybe in terms of who had a worse season, if you believe that they had something to celebrate, then I guess we had a worse season. Chelsea had a worse season than Tottenham because at least they had that moment. You know when they won on the final day against Everton.
Yeah.
God, Everton.
I don't know. If you were married to a really beautiful woman that you're in love with, and when she was getting a divorce, she was going to take half your money.
Yeah.
And you had a great lawyer, and in the end she took no money. You'd celebrate the divorce, right? You're not happy. You're single.
Yeah.
But it's still a victory, even though you're single and she's left and you love her.
Yeah.
She hasn't taken half your wealth.
Yeah, that would be a victory, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always a way of framing it.
Why is Rory celebrating? His wife's left him.
Yeah, but
that's the question.
She didn't take the house.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So happy days, right?
I guess.
She's got the champagne home. She's left.
Yeah, but
he can afford champagne because she didn't take his money.
But if you think about the way that Tottenham fans see the world, though, like you know what they're like. Like they genuinely believe that they are a huge club. Like they do. Their great granddad saw them win the double, and they genuinely believe that they are this sort of.
Yeah, but there's a lot of clubs like that. Newcastle like that.
Yeah, but based on nothing. They're another one.
Yeah,
they're another one. But based on nothing. Do you know? I heard Simon Jordan say this. I thought it was such a good line. They were talking about the size of Newcastle United. Newcastle, big club, and he went, "You're absolutely right. Newcastle United are a huge club in Newcastle." I thought it's so spot on.
It is a good line.
They're a massive club in Newcastle. Yeah. It's so spot on. But no, Tottenham, the delusions of grandeur, I was just very surprised at Tottenham fans. I expected them to be reticent, calm, like not... Yeah. Like the fellow who did this podcast last week, Flav, he comes in like that.
Yeah.
He's like, no, mate, get out. You know what you're doing.
But I just think it's like they're back to fight another day. I think what with Tottenham, what it is, that they used to be a really good cup team, right? So in the 80s, they won the FA Cup a couple of times.
And
got
the
to
year
final
ends
in
in
87
one and all
lost
that. Yeah.
91, they won it against Forest. Won a couple of UEFA Cups in there as well, UEFA Cup, whatever you want to call it. And in the sort of 60s, they were a really good team. Like won the double in 61, I think the cup in...
first team to win the double as well. They make that their thing.
That's right. Yeah. Right. So they were a good team. They've got a history of having great flair players.
Yeah.
From Gaza to Waddle. Go back to Jimmy Greaves.
Hoddle,
they've always,
Ginola,
They've always had... So Spurs have always been an attractive team to watch.
Yeah.
And I think that has lifted their expectation.
Yeah, but Andy,
with all of that, we should be better.
But if you're my age, all you've really known up until that UEFA Cup was they'd won 2 League Cups since 1991.
If you're right.
Yeah, 2 League Cups since 1991.
That's nuts.
Like Leicester smashed that record.
Yeah.
And Leicester fans don't walk about like that.
Yeah, if you're Rory's age, it's a very good point. If you're your age, Spurs aren't a good team.
No.
If you're my age, I see...
You've only just seen it, though. You have to be...
I like Rory.
No, but you haven't seen it. Like, you'd have to be a decade older than you. Then you think. Then you
in
see.
my 40s. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. If you're in your 40s, a decade older than you.
Yeah.
That means that you know it.
Okay.
But you'd have to be. You don't really remember Tottenham being an institution that they think they are.
No, because I'm only 37. That's why.
But no, look. If we're arguing Chelsea and Tottenham had a moment of euphoria. The only glory that is honestly the worst season I've ever had following Chelsea. The only glory that I had in the whole season is when Gabriel missed that penalty.
Yeah.
That was the best moment that happened to me by a mile this season.
Yeah. Spurs fans will say, hold on a minute, you just had a pop at us for celebrating staying up, and you're celebrating another team's victory.
Yeah. Unashamedly.
You know, I celebrate that victory as well.
Unashamedly.
If you finish 7th under Alonso next season, is that progress?
No, not enough. It would be progress in the true definition of the word. It would literally be progress, but no, that's not what he's been brought into.
What do you need to do next season?
It has to be a minimum of... Can I get your thoughts on something before I just say it? I believe, honestly, that with the league the way it is, Arteta the only winner, Slot's gone, so you've got a new manager at Liverpool, Enzo Maresca at Man City, not particularly intimidating. Michael Carrick, I think he's done a great job, but again, not particularly intimidating. Yeah. Apart from Arsenal, the front runners, can everybody not dream of a title charge?
I think they can now.
Yeah.
To within reason.
Yeah, within reason.
Yeah, Hull aren't going to push.
No, Hull aren't, but I don't see why. If Xabi Alonso comes in, gets the players that he wants to get, spends some money, elevates this crop of players to the best of their ability, I don't see why we can't dream of winning. And this will probably all dissipate after game week 3.
You can dream about it.
Realistically, John.
I think you've got to be aiming for Champions League football.
Yeah.
I think that's 10th to 4th is amazing, or 5th, whatever it is.
Yeah, if we end up top 4, though, that's a prerequisite of the job. You can't come into Chelsea. So he has to go top 4, top 5. And then I guess you see the lay of the land in December.
Yeah. Who would you say in your season that's just finished the most improved Chelsea player you've been impressed with the most?
I don't think there is anyone. Maybe Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez overall, I don't rate him and I don't think he's particularly good, but he was our best.
Who's the biggest letdown?
All of them. Garnacho probably. I tell you, no good. I feel a bit bad saying it, but he's just not a Premier League footballer. Liam Delap.
Oh yeah, I think people know that.
He's just not a Premier League footballer.
Well, when he came up with Ipswich last time around, he got 12 goals.
Yeah.
And for a team that went down, that's quite
big talent.
Yeah, there is a gap there. It was just a little bit too big and too early for him in his career.
He just couldn't handle. It got to the stage where when you're no longer frustrated with a player, you're pitying them.
Yeah.
It became that. Has anyone shone for you in terms of most improved?
I think our goalkeeper's been brilliant.
Yeah, Lemons. Yeah,
I think he's been fantastic. He came in with very low expectation, and it was round about the time that Donnarumma went to City, and we were all like, "Why are we not going for him?"
Yeah.
So he's been great.
Yeah. Also, nothing else happens. All of the good that's happened for you.
Yeah.
And it has been big results.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen without that keeper.
No, you're right. Yeah, I don't think he's made one mistake.
No.
And all goalkeepers make mistakes, right? I think he's been great. I'll tell you, most improved player, this may surprise you. I reckon I can give you 5 guesses, you wouldn't get it.
Most improved. Luke Shaw?
No.
Casemiro?
No.
Oh, from who was there the previous season?
Just wind this bit on till.
I'm trying. I want to get the right answer.
Do you want me to tell you?
Harry Maguire.
Yes. Harry Maguire, which is nuts because he's at the end of his career for Man United.
How can you say that sentence and he's not even gone to the
I
World
know.
Cup? He's not even gone to
That's
the World Cup.
insane, isn't it?
Like, he'd start, you know, if I was doing my England team, he's in it. Starting. Like, I'm not talking squad.
But what's nuts about it, I was never a Maguire fan. I would always go on air and go like, he let us down, he made this. But since Carrick's come back, it's like a new player.
Yeah.
It almost like the other players look to him for inspiration. He looks like a leader now.
Seen his big move? Seen what's happened?
No?
Big move he got. He's going to be earning a lot of money this summer.
Oh, I have seen that. He's going with Gary Lineker.
He's going on YouTube.
Yeah.
Big signing.
I shouldn't mention another podcast.
No.
Should I cut that bit out?
Cut it out. But yeah, Harry Maguire, he's had a great season. And I like, it's just utter lunacy to put Dan Burn in a squad that Harry Maguire's not in. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, that is nuts. Do you want to know my worst player of the season?
Who is your worst player this season?
He's just come back to Man United. If he even puts on a Man United shirt, I'm going to pause my love of my team. Onana.
Onana. Is he back?
Yeah.
Do you know where I have a lot of admiration for him? Do you know what?
Not on a football pitch.
This is you've got on some level.
Yeah.
I just rate this. When Manchester United didn't qualify for the Champions League the previous year, he was directly responsible. If you're kind of pinpointing blame,
Yeah.
you kind of go, well, Onana is the reason.
Yes.
Manchester United players had to take a cut in their wages because they didn't get Champions League
And it
football.
was his fault.
And he went, yeah, that's fine for them, but not me. He said no. He wouldn't accept.
Did he?
Part
I
of the
didn't know that. Did he?
Yeah, he was.
And what happened?
They loaned him out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's the reason they loaned. Not because he was awful.
I think all of the
It was a
above
combined, yeah.
But I just love the audacity and like lack of self-awareness where he's gone, yeah, you're right. You probably should dock their wages, but mine stay as they are, right?
Would you ever take a cut in wages?
If I got Manchester United nearly relegated,
No, if you're doing like a successful podcast.
if I was responsible for its demise.
Yeah. A lot of people think you are. I want his wages. All right? Stick them onto mine.
Who You Got is powered by our friends at Betway, your home for weekly free bets, free spins, and so much more. Don't miss out. Head to Betway today.
Now, of course, you are watching your dream presenters in Andy Goldstein and Rory Jennings, but who do we think are our dream team, our Man United dream team, me, and Chelsea dream team, you? And it can only be Premier League era.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's like I've got to find somewhere for Duncan Edwards to play, etc., which is a little bit impossible. Mine's going to surprise a few people.
You happy
Do you want
with
me
it?
to tell you who I've left out, just right off the cuff now? No place for, drum roll.
Tell me.
Who?
Tell me.
Oh, I thought you said Tony. I was like, who's Tony?
Oh.
Wayne Rooney.
You're joking.
No, I know. You'll understand why. I'll tell you, when I explain my team, you'll go, okay. Yeah, no, I love Wayne Rooney. Highest goal scorer of all time. I've left him out. Even saying that sounds mad.
Do you know what I would have said looking at it, looking at the Manchester United options?
Yeah.
I'd have said there's only about 3 non-negotiables, and he would have been my number one. Number one of the
Really?
non-negotiables.
Okay, well, I think when I go through my team, do you want me to go through it now?
Come on, yeah.
I think when I go through it and I explain,
Okay.
you will end this segment off by going, I agree with you.
Okay, because as things stand,
You don't.
I think you're having a mare.
Okay. Goalkeeper,
Yeah.
Wayne Rooney.
I had to get him in. Yeah.
Goalkeeper can only be one, Peter Schmeichel.
Yeah.
I think not only is Man United's greatest ever goalkeeper, I put him higher than yours, Petr Cech.
Yeah.
I think he's the greatest goalkeeper ever.
I agree.
Right back on Gary Neville.
Yeah.
I mean, these are quite easy. Centre halves have gone Rio and Yap Stam.
Yeah, I agree.
And left back, I've gone Patrice Evra. I was going to put Dennis Irwin in there,
yeah.
but Patrice Evers.
Nothing controversial so far.
Okay, two centre middies. I've left out Roy Keane because my idol growing up was Brian Robson.
Okay.
He played in the very first year of the
Yeah.
Premier League. That's probably one.
So no Keane either, but that's the.
I've gone Robson and Scholes.
Yeah, fine.
On the left, it picks itself at the moment. On the left, I've gone Giggsy.
Of course.
Now on the right, you'll understand why, but he's my favourite player of all time. I love the man.
I know what you've done here.
I've gone David Beckham.
Yeah, fine.
Because he's the greatest dead ball specialist and crosser of a ball ever.
And I honestly believe now, the most underrated footballer of his time.
I hear what you're saying. Because he was always an 8.5, 9, maybe even a 10, but people don't see it.
He should have won a Ballon d'Or. The
Yeah.
year that you won a treble,
Yeah.
Rivaldo won the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
David Beckham's Manchester United knocked out Barcelona along the way. Do you know when I realised? Have you ever had a moment where you're just like, okay, either I'm right or I'm insane and I need to go to Broadmoor?
Yeah.
Everyone laughed at me when I put David Beckham forward for best Premier League right midfielder of all time.
Oh, well, like you won't get an argument from me.
I was, whether you think I'm right or wrong, if you think it's Salah, if you think it's Ronaldo, if you think it's whoever, I put David Beckham forward and everyone sort of laughed. And I was like, okay, I know I'm right, you're all insane.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah. No, okay. I think Beckham being in this makes
Becks,
sense.
Robson, Scholes and Giggs. Number 10 has to be Eric Cantona.
Okay.
And so up top, I've gone for the greatest goal scorer of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Although, do you know where do you know what you've done?
Yeah,
in order
I left Wezza out.
You've left Wayne Rooney out, which is left field,
right?
And you've also put Cristiano Ronaldo in up front.
Yeah,
when really at Man United he was a winger.
Well, that's not my fault. I put him in. He could do the job. He could do the job up top, right?
He can definitely do the job up top.
Now you've seen my team.
Yeah.
So remember, I've put on the right where Ronaldo could play, or the left, but I put Ronaldo on the right. I've put Beckham, and we both agree that Beckham's a genius.
Yes.
So he has to play.
Okay, I agree.
And then so now it just comes.
Although, if you're being a brave manager, you're the manager of this team.
Yeah.
A brave manager doesn't play someone out of position. It just makes a sacrifice.
Who's out of position?
You either have to play Beckham or Ronaldo in his rightful position, and that way you get Wayne Rooney in his rightful position.
Yeah, but imagine Cristiano Ronaldo up top with Beck's whipping him in.
Yeah.
How high Cristiano can jump.
Yeah.
Right? So you agree with me that Beck's on the right.
Yeah.
Cantona has to play the 10. So now, here's my question to you now. Who would you rather have up top? Wazza or Ronaldo? That's all this boils down to.
Is it a...
Look at me,
could
Rory.
potentially... Is Wayne Rooney a better player at 10 than Eric Cantona?
No.
Is he not?
No. Look at me. I'm going to ask you a question. Don't answer me looking at me. Answer down the barrel. Just think about it. Who would you rather have as your number 9? Cristiano Ronaldo or Wayne Rooney? Don't say it. Look down. Tell them first before you tell me.
Personally, Wayne Rooney.
Okay, forget. Don't come back. What?
Come back to me.
Would you?
Yeah. Especially if we're judging them on Premier League, on their Premier League legacy. Do you know, I can't really have Ronaldo.
Oh, we haven't got time for that on this podcast.
You're a huge fan?
Yeah, I mean, the bloke's a genius, right?
Yeah.
If he's in a discussion with another player as to who's the greatest ever, he has to be a good player.
Yeah. No, he's a very good player. But if I'm building a team, though, it's built a little bit in my image and what I like, as you'll find out from my all-time Chelsea 11.
Okay. Well, that's my team.
I like it.
Right, striking goal. Neville, Rio, Stam, Evra, Giggs, Scholes, Robson, Becks, Cantona.
Manchester United is probably the worst team to support to play this game.
Yeah, because it's impossible.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really win.
Yeah.
I've also left out some icons. So my team, it goes Petr Cech in goal. It's the only real contender for Chelsea. Yeah. Petr Cech in goal. I've gone for Branislav Ivanovic at right back.
Yeah.
Ashley Cole at left back.
Yeah.
I've gone John Terry and Ricardo Carvalho. I kind of wanted to put Thiago Silva. He was amazing.
Goes nowhere near it.
No, Desai's not in for me.
Okay.
Desai's not in. He was captain of a Chelsea team that didn't win away in the league until March.
Wow. Great stat.
Yeah, it's just not quite...
Okay.
He's a good player, but not quite good enough. Not better than Carvalho, no way. Not better than Thiago Silva either. In a midfield 3...
Well, Lampard's obviously in there.
Lampard's captain of this team.
You love Lampard, don't you?
Yeah. Lampard I love so much. He's so good.
You love Lampard like I love Becks, right?
He's just one of the best footballers I've ever seen. He was just such a guarantee. He was just so brilliant for us. Yeah, I don't think anyone will ever be even close to what he did.
Well, numbers for a midfielder is insane.
And he represented the club so well on and off the pitch. He's just an icon. Just love the bloke. Totally in awe of him. Lampard is in, of course. I've then gone for Dennis Wise because I love him. Dennis Wise is my Robson. I love him.
We're not picking who you'd like to go on holiday with.
He was a great player as well for us.
But he's not one of Chelsea's greatest ever midfielders.
He is.
He's not.
He is.
He's not.
He's one of... He is. He was at the club for well over a decade.
Don't matter. So is the cleaner. You ain't picking her. Or him. All sexism.
It's my team. And Roberto Di Matteo could have easily got in this.
Okay, go on.
So I've gone Dennis Wise.
Dennis Wise, yeah.
Frank Lampard. Now I'm struggling a little bit between N'Golo Kante, Michael Essien and Cesc Fabregas. And I think I'm putting Cesc Fabregas in.
What are you talking about?
I'm building a team
Who
in
wins
my
the ball
image.
for you, Dennis Wise?
Yeah. Every ball.
So you're picking Dennis Wise over N'Golo Kante?
Yeah.
And you thought I was nuts when I left out Wayne Rooney, and you've gone what?
Had
You've
some
gone
front there,
Wise
didn't I?
over Kante.
Had some front there.
If you just want to like publicise today's episode, you are picking Dennis Wise over N'Golo Kante.
Dennis Wise is amazing. He's my hero.
N'Golo Kante's the greatest
Yeah,
ever.
I love Kante. But Dennis Wise was my hero. You know the
That's
the
a
love
bigger
affair.
story that you've left out Kante than I have Wazza.
Perhaps. You know the love affair that you forge with your football club when you are that big. For me, it's just like now, but when you are that big.
An hour ago.
That's everlasting, isn't it?
I know, but we're not picking who.
No, but realistically, if we're doing it like by the book, realistically, Keane over Robson for you in yours as well.
No,
but you love
no.
Premier League
Robson was
era,
a better player.
but Premier League era.
Just carry on with your team.
Up front, I've gone Dennis Wise on one side. I've gone.
How many times have you picked Dennis?
I've gone Gianfranco Zola on one side, Eden Hazard on the other side with Didier Drogba up front.
Okay, say that again to me. Hazard on the left,
Hazard on the left,
Drogba, of course.
Drogba, and then Gianfranco Zola can go where he wants.
All right. I think my team beats you handsomely.
I think Manchester United's all-time 11 beats everyone.
Yeah.
If you've picked a team that doesn't beat mine, you're a bad manager.
Yeah.
Because the pool of players that you're choosing from. Like,
Dennis
do you know who we
Wise.
haven't even focused on in terms of how good your team is?
Have I missed someone out?
No, you've put him in your team, but we haven't even discussed him.
Yeah.
The Premier League's greatest ever player, Ryan Giggs. But it's just a tap in for you, just like, yeah, Giggs is in, and then we talk about other players.
Yeah.
Giggs is the greatest Premier League player of all time. He won 13 league titles. In terms of like Manchester United's greatest, not best, not most skillful, greatest. And we haven't even had to focus on him.
No.
If you've put together a team that doesn't beat, like I could support Arsenal, Tottenham, Liverpool, your team needs to win.
You could put together a Premier League great, and I can just use Man United players and we'd still win.
I think you're possibly correct. You might come a little bit unstuck because then the forward line could look. Suddenly you're up against sort of Thierry Henry and Didier Drogba, that kind of thing.
Yeah, okay.
But you're against any individual
Would your
team.
greatest Premier League side of all time ever have Dennis Wise in?
Yeah.
Okay, on that note, I think we should probably leave this part of the show.
We're undermining all of our good previous work.
We're not. You are. Well, that is all we've got time for on this week's podcast of Who You Got, powered by our lovely friends at Betway.
And don't forget, next week's episode is all about the World Cup. The World Cup will be starting in 7 days' time.
What?
I've got cup fever, mate.
When did that? What?
I know. Nearly upon us.
You're joking?
All right.
Oh, that's good.
All right. Really exciting.
Lots to watch. Thanks for watching. Do all the stuff he said about subscribing and all that stuff. Otherwise, he'll come and get you.
Very important. Make sure you
Yeah,
subscribe.
I just said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, especially if your name's Dennis Wise. Have a lovely day.